Norwegian salmon market is being shaped by higher volumes, softer prices, and a clear shift in global trade. Norway exported just over 112,000 tons of salmon in January, up 20% year over year. Production conditions were strong and supply increased accordingly. However, despite the higher volumes, total export value fell slightly, confirming that lower prices, not weaker demand, are driving the market right now. This supply growth is putting downward pressure on prices, particularly for whole fish and processing salmon. Where that volume is going is just as important as how much is moving, and the US has clearly lost ground. Export value to the US dropped 37% on tariffs and a weaker dollar, fresh fillet shipments fell 37%, frozen fillets dropped 22%, and the share of salmon exported as processed products slid from 26% to 20%, meaning more raw material is staying closer to home and flowing into Europe. As a result, Europe has strengthened its position, now accounting for 2/3 of Norway's total seafood exports. Within Europe, Poland stands out with salmon volumes to Poland, increasing more than 70%, reinforcing its role as the region's main processing hub. Also, Poland is no longer just processing. Domestic consumption is rising as well, helping absorb additional supply. Turning to Asia, China continues to play a stabilizing role. Ahead of Lunar New Year, salmon exports to China rose 86% by volume. And for the first time ever, monthly export value exceeded 1 billion Norwegian kroner. Lower prices helped Norway gain market share, cushioning some of the weakness coming from the US. For European buyers, this is a buyer-friendly market. Strong Norwegian supply, weak US demand, and reduced processed exports mean ample availability and improved negotiating leverage, especially for whole fish and processing formats. For processors, raw material availability looks solid in the near term, though currency movements, particularly a stronger Norwegian krone, could limit how far prices fall. Our recommendation is to lean into this buyer-friendly window by securing favorable long-term contracts for whole fish, targeting Poland's processing capacity and China's growing demand to offset the volatility and tariff-driven effects seen in the US market. If you're not already, be sure to subscribe to our 3-Minute Market Insight to stay tuned for further updates. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This has been Mariana, reminding you to buy smart and eat more seafood.